And welcome back. Today is the day. Maya's going mesh in a fast-paced video, so hold on tight. I have made new directories for the mesh head and body. I have also put everything else from the shopping trip into a single folder to speed up the process. Normally, all of it would be in the proper folders. So I added the Maitreya body, I got it unpacked, and then I grabbed it from recent, cut it, I'm going to repaste it into its own directory. So now we have the folder and the master file in a safe place. I'll now do the same for the Genesis head. I'm going to add it, unpack it, detach it, go to recent, cut the folder, and paste it in the new folder. Again, we have the files and the master file in a safe place. Before we begin to use them, you want to create a new body. This way the body is completely yours and you have full permissions over it. At the bottom of the inventory, we hit the plus sign, new body parts, shape, then name it whatever works best for you. Now we'll wear it and see the changes compared to the Bitsy body. It seems a bit beefier. Now let's look at the properties and check all the boxes to have complete control. Let's start with the body. We will be using BOM, Bakes on Mesh, which is basically using regular skins on top of mesh parts, and we will be baking them, so to speak, not using pliers for the skin. So all we need right now is the Lara Mesh Body 5.3 and the Lara HUD 5.3. Now it looks like Maya has a skin problem, but we just need to turn on the BOM switch for the body. The HUD defaulted to the upper left. I want to move it, but a quick edit won't work, so I'll detach it and then specify where I want it, like how I showed you in an earlier video with Milt. We'll attach it to the top center via the Attach to HUD options. Just so we are clear, we're only using 2 items from the folder for now. I want to tweak the HUD even more, but with small adjustments, you can just click on the Object tab and then hit the X and the Y position buttons. Now, always remember that the Bakes on Mesh button is here under the Skin Base tab. So clicking the button, we are baking on a regular skin to a mesh body. On the alpha screen, we can make our own alphas by just clicking where we want them. We'll be fixing the address later for an example. We don't need to worry about the layers menu and the skin base menu for now, just other than the BOM button. Hand and feet menu, we have fingernail and toenail color changer, nail shape, and hand and feet positions. I'll get into the feet position a bit more later. On to the Genesis head. Make sure you use the correct HUD. You want the Universal HUD version 1.3, not the Animation HUD. And there are 2 sizes. I just used the small one. I'm just going to do a quick edit on the HUD to get it where I want it. Important, remember that this HUD has sliders for even more menus. First, we will add the eye alphas because we will be adding mesh eyes, which will let us be able to change the size and the color. Next, we'll add the eyes, then the head labeled strong face. And we have the skin disease again. What's the cure? More cowbell? No, find the tiny BOM button and throw the switch and bake this skin on. Looking good and gonna get better. We'll add the jaw, which is basically the tongue and the teeth. So we have the eye alpha, the small HUD, the eyes, the head, and the jaw. Just 5 items. Let's rock. I got rid of the dress alpha and we immediately had a wardrobe malfunction with some nip slips, but its new alpha menu to the rescue. With a flip of the switch, we turn off the headlights. Let's lose those old clothes and show off that sexy new body. I'll need to add a bra and panties though, because I don't want YouTube to block this video because of nudity. I'll add the bra and panties and the HUD first before I take off the dress, so I don't need to use those black bars. Let's stitch the other stuff we don't need, like the heel alpha, the heels, the lashes alpha, the dress, but we're going to keep on the Bitsy shoe base. More on that in a bit. Looking good. Let's pick some colors and get rid of this underwear hood. Here's a good look at the foot positions. Some shoes will have the positions as an add-on. Some you will use alphas. Just use whatever you need to look good. That's the power of mesh bodies. So much more control and they look so much nicer and smoother. I will be saving this outfit, and if you are following along and decided to go with another color for the underwear, find the Shanty shoes, find original, then use Shanty HUD to change the colors, and we'll do this again later for another outfit. Let's lose the hair and change the skin. First will be Rivy, one of the gift skins we got from WoW when we joined the group. Toffee is the color of the skin. There is an option for cleavage. Also, when you see Legacy, that's for another body type. We are using the Maitreya Lara body. Looking good, Maya. Let's check the cleavage option. I personally don't like it because I think it's about as subtle as a sledgehammer. Let's add this mole, which should be called a beauty mark. If you notice, it's a tattoo. Now I'll add some physics for the boobs and butt. You can find physics for free, but Maya's owner got this one from Marketplace, so it wasn't in our shopping trip. Let's now add the eyeshadow, which is also on a tattoo level. Here's a point: you may want to adjust the body. The neck is too long, as are the arms. Hands and feet are a little bit too big, etc. Adjust the body to your liking. I will be adding a pre-made shape in a bit, so I'm not going to take up precious time now moving sliders around. I've done it already. Let's go back to the Genesis HUD and start messing around with things. First is the hair base. It's not the right color, so we'll click on the hair base bar button for it, then grab colors from the mixing bar. Right is darker, left is lighter. Once happy with the color, unclick the hair base bar button so you don't accidentally change it while changing something else. To get rid of the hair base or any other thing you add from these menus, just click on the little drip to the left of the object and it will remove it. Let's work on the eyes. Remember to click on these buttons here first or nothing will change. Yes, you can have them two different colors, but I want them the same, so let's play around. You can also make them larger and smaller. Click the left and right buttons, then the plus or minus sign. I'm not going to mess with these other eye settings, the ones underneath the eye color buttons. Those are minor tweaks and not needed now. Again, don't forget where this tiny BOM button is. Here is eyeshadow control, which is an applier. You can run into problems with the eyeshadow and eyelashes with certain hairdos, and why I like to just use the eyeshadow on a tattoo level. More on that in another video. Again, clicking on the little drop next to the name removes it. Lipstick has some basic starting colors, and you can control the color and intensity via the opacity slider wheel. It's not dark enough for me. I want to get it closer to the red in the underwear. I'll click on the lipstick button and click on the mixer, then grab a red from the color palette. Once done, I'll click off the button. If I had left the hair base button clicked on by accident, the hair base would be this lipstick red also. I'll add a little blush, I'll contour it for some cheekbone definition, and then click on the blush area of the head and move the slider wheel to tone it down a bit. It stands out a bit still, but will work better with the hair I'll put on later. Let's throw in some hair. When making a base shape like this, I like to use an updo to be able to get a feel for the skin and the makeup and have access to the ears, neck, etc. I like the hair red. I'm going to keep it that way, but I'll put it on the HUD and show you that you have to keep in mind HUD overlap. If the buttons in the HUDs don't work, make sure they aren't overlapped. Edit or move one or detach one. Now I'll add a shape and brows I had already made for the Jazzy skin, which I'll be switching to shortly. I love this Rivy Girl Next Door look. I also forgot to mention that I have made additional AOS animation overriders. I have one that I use for photo shoots also. I also have one set for mild animations when doing up avatars like this. It has limited movements, so I can work on an Avi without having it move all over the place, and also not having to lock it into the static pose all the time. Now I'll show you how to apply those freebie essential eyes we got from joining Aviglam. It's an eye applier. We need to pick the right one. We have a Genus head, so use the Genus menu. This is very subtle, but all the little things add up. Let's go with the blue ones, but I want them larger. Now here's the subtle difference between the eyes. Again, these eyes are a free gift. You can get nicer ones that will enhance your Avi's look. I'll now save this as a base starter outfit. I also picked up another hair from Stealthic, which I want to use with a freebie dress I got at that Brazil newbie area. This dress comes with a HUD, and you can change the colors of the dress. Let's fix the shoes. Go down to the shoes, and then show original location to find the HUD. Add it, and change the color of the shoes. We are still using the Bitsy shoe base. You want a shoe base to keep your feet at the right level. Avatar hover heights should always be 0.0. Before you adjust this setting off of 0 to fix the problem, make sure you have a shoe base from the shoes you are wearing, or use this original Bitsy one. The alpha is a little off on this freebie dress. I want to make it a go-to dress, so we will fix the alphas and put it into a save slot. Since I'm here, I'll add a little safety margin and alpha the butt area. So now we have a saved slot for this outfit. And when saving the outfit, I'll add slot 1 in the description. Now let's try that other freebie gift skin from WoW. This is Jazzy, and I think a more glamorous and elegant skin. That's beautiful. Now, latte is the skin color, like the other one was toffee. So now let's darken up that lipstick. The Jazzy skin already has a beauty mark, so let's get rid of the one we added. Just so you know, if the eye movement gets a little crazy, you can hit the lock eye option in the Genus HUD. There's also a stop eye movement option in the Firestorm viewer itself. There's also an option to freeze the body here, but I prefer the one on the left we added. Also, you can open and close the mouth here. If you don't see a tongue and teeth, you forgot to add the jaw when putting on the Jenna's head. I'll save this outfit with a jazzy skin also. Maya's owner liked the WoW Nayla skin, so I picked it up. I also like it. Rivy is the girl next door, Jazzy is a model, and Nayla seems to be in the middle of both of them. The Nayla skin seems to have a slight vulnerable or perhaps a sad look. This is all about getting the look you want and fine-tuning the details. So there you have it, from a cold mess to a hot mesh in 15 minutes. And I'll see you in the next video.